Let's go, J.O. Come on.
In the stadium.
Here we go. He's got good. Take off. Looks good. It looks good.
2, 3.
He's got it! First try. Are you kidding me? Triple backflip!
I'm just as scared as you and Tony right now. I mean, even Travis is nervous right now. The biggest stuff we've ever seen go down on dirt bikes is about to happen right now.
And the reason why we're stressed is, you know, we're dirt bike riders. These guys are our friends. We know they're pushing it. Taka heading into his first of 2 possible hits. Oh!
That's a 120-foot rock-solid backflip that he holds well upside down, holding on to nothing of the motorcycle. And the crazy thing about that is an 8.8 on the degree of difficulty scale. This is the lowest degree of difficulty we're gonna see tonight. 120-foot, rock-solid, perfectly executed backflip.
And as Travis led to, there are a couple tricks we have seen before. That is one of them with the degree of difficulty at 8.8. We're gonna wait to see what the judges come up with, and he'll set the bar. But there are 8 riders and so many different creative items, and 85.36. The riders can take 2 runs if they want to. We suspect some of them will only take 1, as Harry Bink from Australia now takes the floor here in Salt Lake.
And now let's remember that Harry, we talked about it earlier, he dislocated his shoulder earlier today stretching, and he said he's really fighting the bike to come back, and he's got I was going to say the suicide no-hand front flip off the mechanical ramp there. I mean, we're looking at an 8.7 on the degree of difficulty. Check it out. It gets a little pump, but execution, that's a 10 in my book, Cam Steele.
Yeah, the layout, the way he laid it out was so beautiful. And watch as he pops, holds the extension, total commitment, and then the landing, spots it, feels it. That's the scary thing about the front flip is you never see the landing until right the last minute.
You can't see the landing, and in talking to Travis Pastrana earlier, he said there's only 6 feet of sweet spot on that landing. It is so steep, so you don't want to knuckle it, but if you go too far, you're in huge trouble. So only 6 feet of sweet.
Yeah. And the degree of difficulty for Taka's chip was a little bit higher by 0.1, and this, a new rider we're not familiar with, William Vanderpoot, and this is going right into it.
Oh, and same trick we just saw out of Bink, and that's the first time he's ever done it without the airbag. The last 3 days they've been practicing with a 3-foot airbag on top of that landing. We were a little stressed about him because he kept knuckling and he kept knuckling right up top. Even Travis said, I'm not sure he's gonna make it. Look at this though. He goes way back, suicide style on that no-handed front flip, and he
nailed it.
Absolutely nailed the landing, and look at that extension away from the motorcycle cam.
He gets a bit off axis, but is able to pull it in. You can see he has to reel it in just a bit.
Wow.
But that is what we're talking about, the progression, taking it to another level, something different, something you haven't seen before, and his first time ever putting it onto a landing.
Could you imagine the feeling these guys have on some of these tricks of never having done it to a landing and then doing it here?
So right now we're in the gate from Spain, Marc Pignol, and we're gonna bring Travis in because Travis, well, this is your baby, and I gotta tell you, so far you've been spot on with the creation and what we've seen progression-wise.
Oh, I'm so proud for Vanderpoot. He's been struggling with that trick. He's been at my house just working his butt off, and it paid off. Now we got Mark. He's about to go do this. This is the opposite of a special flip. It is a Superman seat grab, go into a front flip. The wind is a little bit here. If it blows him sideways at all, his foot catches it on the way back down. He comes in 100% blind. He's doing it off the 85-foot jump, which is bigger than he's ever done it before. This is a scary, scary trick, guys.
Travis, you just stressed me out listening to that explanation right now. Here we go with Mark. He is coming over, looking at the 85-foot ramp, like Travis said. I'm not even sure.
No, well, I know he can do it, but this is something that has really never been seen in contests. This is the biggest stage that Mark has ever been on, and he's coming at the ramp right now.
Oh,
perfect!
Does it?
Absolutely, could not be better.
Wow, you called it, Travis. I mean, he came around. I don't know how he got around those bars at the last second,
That
With
is
his
such a technical trick. It's a Superman C-grab, and as he flips forward, there's just no way to see anything. This is something that is gonna have a very, very high degree of difficulty. It looks simpler than some of the front flips, but that was awesome.
Wow.
And really good execution as well.
9.2, the degree of difficulty. So Travis is spot on with the possibility of a huge score coming. Execution looks beautiful, and I agree with you, Bell. How does he get his leg up over the bar? You gotta have so much presence of mind and know where you're at in the air to spin that around. And
Wow.
88.14.
Very strong, but speaking of strong, Mr. Jacko is strong right now.
Jacko is a beast. He's one of those riders that has that original style of freestyle, kind of the brute style, but he goes so big and is so committed. Now we're gonna see him go into that 12-foot tall takeoff ramp.
And he just recently started doing this double backflip, and we're not sure which one he's going to do here. One, went for the knack, and
and he sticks it.
And sticks it very. I thought he was over rotating. He was going pretty deep on that landing, but perfect stick for Jacko. And correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like that might be the first one he's done without the airbag ever.
Confirmed. Taking another look at it, Andy. I agree with you. It really looked like he was going to come nose high. He looked for the knack, did not get it, and he definitely nails the double back. Comes around here, is starting to come a little nose high. Watch the pop as he goes off the jump. It really set that rotation.
He's going something like Travis said earlier, 55 plus feet high on that trick.
Another look as he comes in for the landing, big and strong, and you're not going to rip those bars out of his hands easily.
No, I mean a lot of guys would have probably lost the bars on that slap down. The only thing we could pick apart there, he didn't get the full knack, but the judges reward him very well.
This is Pat Bowden, and from Australia as well. Double front flip.
We are front flip KOD.
Oh, sorry.
He is our front flip KOD. He's been over at Travis's house. He called Travis and said, look, maybe in the past I've been kind of a punk around the sport. I've been, I haven't given respect where it's due. I'm here, I'm ready to work. It's been up at 4 a.m., Travis told me, working out, training, getting ready for this trick, which I saw on Travis's Instagram the other day, absolutely blew my mind.
And we know Travis is down there. This is near and dear to his heart. I did a little precursor there to the possible double front flip later from Gregg Duffy, but right now Pat has the course.
And he's looking right now at the highest degree of difficulty of anything we've seen so far tonight at 9.6. So if he got a perfect 10, we're talking about a score of 96 possible, which could put him way in the lead. As he takes his last look at the ramp.
And rolling in, the course is his, and we'll see. Salutes the crowd.
So huge, we're jumping up and down up here. Wait until you see this trick from the side angle. Everybody, I know that came in. We were looking at it from the front. It's hard to see exactly what went down. Wait until you see this extension of what he just had. Pat Bowden salutes the crowd here in Salt Lake City. And first guy to congratulate him, look at that, hits the mechanical kicker, and he gets out.
Look at the extension, that is ridiculous.
Wow! And he holds it, half of the trick he holds it, comes around. Looked like it wanted to throw him over the front on the landing, but he's a strong kid. All that work in Travis's gym downstairs at Travis' house has really paid off. He hung on to that thing, and we wait for the score.
A 94.08, that's gonna put him right on the top.
Well, and it looks like we're not waiting on this. Double front flip. Gregg Duffy, we didn't even get up. He just rode out of the double front flip. We didn't even have time to build that thing up. Wow.
Pastrana on scene, of course, excited. Everybody's fired up. Travis, what an amazing moment.
Finishing what Bruce Cook started a few years ago. Gregg Duffy, we didn't even get time to say his name before he started. He wanted to get that thing done. Travis,
I can't even talk right now. This is Dude, he's one of the best racers. He's the only rider from America in this final. He has put his heart, he has put his soul, his family, his little girl are here watching, man. I tell you what, this guy deserves every bit. That was, if he over-rotated, he's going to die. Literally the most insane thing I've ever thought. Smile for BC. Bruce Cook, I know you're watching at home, man. Love you guys.
Oh
The
my!
excitement here is unbelievable, palpable for sure. Travis excited. Gregg Duffy bringing the heat here in Utah at the Nitro World Games. More when we return to Salt Lake City. Gregg Duffy, a 96.60, and holds the lead.
But Harry Bink is not giving up. He's bringing it on right now as he gets the front flip Indian air and
Holds it together.
And lands it. That was a big step up from what we saw him do earlier, even though he stabbed a foot. Front flip Indian air. Oh, look at that. And then he gets so far off the motorcycle. I mean, look at the extension.
Part of the excitement and just the feeling here is because these are rotations and moves, meaning the body and the bike going the way they are is something that we could have never imagined it not that long ago in the sport. And Vanderpoot coming out, and he is going to send the same trick, comes around.
Oh! And more extension, if that was even possible on that. He's throwing a whole nother level of messing with his mind right now. Come on, Josh.
Sheehan headed for the double back.
Oh, massive extension, and he rides out of it perfectly!
Absolutely
Josh
nails.
And that was like a kiss of death, backflip, kiss of death to backflip again. Double backflip with a kiss of death right in the middle of it.
Absolutely stuck it. And we have seen some amazing things. Watch this extension.
Look at that, kiss of death. Brings it around, perfectly sticks the landing, and that has to be a 10. He has to get a 10 there for execution.
Absolutely looking for the rebate from his first run. He's able to put that together. And if he were to score a perfect 10 on execution,
he could win right now.
He could win.
9.7 on the list, so.
He's going to finish third with a 91.45 for Sheehan, so epic competition.
Josh Sheehan, his hip is really messed up. Now, one of the riders later, Pat Bowden, wanted this ramp, double the distance from last year, so he's going to go out and try to do a double backflip.
Sheeny up first, and Sheeny's going straight into a double
He lands
backflip.
it! Holy cow! So this ramp is so much bigger. He has to actually not even try to pull to get the double around. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, compared to earlier, where he's linking with everything, this is 65 feet in the air. He sees it and goes, oh, I'm still really high.
Well, see, Sheeny did a double backflip in his run before, but that was off a super kicker. That ramp
was
is taller,
less than half that.
deeper.
Look, 65 feet. That landing is 25 foot tall right there.
And it is absolutely so steep.
Wait, he's going back. He's going back to the start. Sheehan wants something bigger. He has been working on a double backflip heel clicker. He said he thought he could do it, but he wasn't sure he was going to have the time. He said, do not call it. His hip is sore. He is hurt. He's pulling double duty. He's been practicing all day. He's been hot. And I think right now, if he can get everything settled back in, he's not even sure if his hips will spread wide enough to actually do that. He is so bruised up from earlier practice.
Double backflip heel clicker hasn't ever been done. Travis Pastrana, this could be the first time. Josh Sheehan, double backflip heel clicker.
Get it.
Yes! The boy from Donnybrook, Western Australia. Everyone back in Australia is watching it right now, and Josh Sheehan has just thrown the first ever double backflip heel clicker. Travis Pastrana.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look, dude, he is so, look how high he is right there. When you do the heel clicker, it stops. It wants to throw you into Superman. He pulls that absolutely perfect. He was so scared of hitting this ramp because it's so much bigger than it was last year. And Bowden said, no, we have to go that big for my trick.
Look how high above that bat camera he is right there. The Kevlar replay showing us just how high he is. That is absolutely insane. Sheeny 2 runs. I'll go once, I'll go twice.
He knows in practice that he has been close to doing a Superman C-grab one-handed front flip, but the second you take a hand off that bar, the degree of difficulty goes up. If he wants to win, he's probably gonna have to do it. Let's see what he got.
Carmichael it again, this time going again, same thing. Oh, he's done it! He has pulled redemption, his feet are back on that bike. It's not exactly the most beautiful thing ever, but he has just done a world first. Let's have a look at it.
Look at this, look at the extension.
Nitro World Games, more to come. Brody Carmichael has just blown us away.
He is going for a harder one, but it looked like he just didn't get the pop. You can see his bike is tweaked, it's sideways, and here he comes. Run number 2.
Will Vanden Belgium this time. He's got the rotation. Yes!
That was the world's first kiss of death Indy front flip. He didn't even practice that. I think that was a last-minute decision. Man, Will, when it's on the line, this guy pulls it off. Watch this.
Have a look at this. The ramp giving him the kick. He is up, committed, out the front.
So
how he
far.
pulls that bike around, I'll never know.
And after crashing the first one and having a sideways bike, that is what champions are made of. And that's into the league. This is the hardest DOD value of any trick that's out there. Oh, come on, Harry, let's get that bike started. He has been beat up, he has been bruised, and he's going for the hardest trick that's ever been pulled or attempted on a freestyle motocross.
He crashed it the first time, Harry Big. Rock solid front flip.
Got it,
This time he's got it. Yes, he has done it. That is the biggest, hardest trick ever performed in the world of freestyle motocross. Front flip. Rock solid, reaches down to the back of the bike. Let's go completely, arms out wide.
Full extension, grabs back on that bike, is pulling away from him, and tackles it after crashing bike sideways. One of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life. Harry, you are a champion. 9.02, we have a new leader.
Pat Bowden out of Australia, and of course last year's defending champion, Gregg Duffy. Now, Pat Bowden, he's bringing something totally different to the table.
He's the reason that jump is so far back. He wants huge extension on single flips, 60 to 65 feet in the air. Watch this double grab heart attack attempt.
Look at the speed he's coming in with. Launches off the big one. Double grab, he has booted it to the moon.
Just held the double grab, looking at the landing. This jump, to see it in person, it is so big.
That thing is tall. That is like a brick wall when you come into it. And he has hit it at pace. Double grab, looking back through the arms. Pat Bowden out of the Gold Coast, Mullen Diner, everyone at Iron and Resin Garages watching it at the moment, cheering for their Gold Coast boy. And Pat Bowden has just stomped a big trick. Now he's going to let go while he's upside down at the top of that jump. He is currently in 3rd place. Pat Bowden, one hand, Indy, rock solid.
And executed. You could not execute that any better. This guy had a huge get off in practice. He didn't even know if he was going to ride. Oh my gosh, just ice baths for days. That was amazing.
Travis, once again, look at this. One hand, Indy, rock solid, onto the double grab and pulls it down. And that, seriously, is as clean as any execution judge would like to see.
You had the height, 65 feet, 6.5 stories in the air.
8.88.
Here comes Adam Jones, cutting loose for his first of 2 attempts.
Okay, so watch for the pump off the lip. He's upside down, hook his feet. Yep. And got it. That's awesome.
So nicely done there. Textbook maneuver right there for Adam Jones. By the way, that cliffhanger flip gets an 8.7 on the degree of difficulty. So again, our 5 judges, they are grading on how well you perform the trick. They are grading on execution as we take another look.
Yeah, see, hooking the feet and then hands straight up. I mean, it's like doing yoga at like 70 feet while on a motorcycle with consequences everywhere. I mean, he's getting blown around. You can see him kind of get off axis just a little bit there. But, oh, here's the perfect postcard shot. We're going to call this all day.
Perfectly extended. His back is perfectly straight. Hands are out. Well, down towards the ground at that point because you're upside down. But he is completely stretched out. He's not bent at all. His body was perfectly linear right there. So that should be a great execution score as far as extension. So Adam is calling it. Says, I don't need a second round. He had 2 others in the bag. So he's going to end up with an 82.12. And he's the first to land a cliffhanger and ruler flip to dirt. What is Bilko going to bring to the party out here this afternoon?
Yeah, this is a crazy trick. Lazy boy backflip. You can lose sight of the landing for about 3/4 of this trick. Let's watch him execute. See, it's where they land on that. The super kick, the landing is what's impressive. If you land too high, you get sent on a ride of your life.
It's the bounce house. If you hit that thing in the wrong spot, you see how they kind of bounce. It can lurch you forward and throw you over the bars. Bilko rides out of that with authority, though. Nice and clean. And again, great extension there, similar to what we saw to Adam Jones.
Yep, and I have watched more collarbones go to this landing than any other landing out there.
Take a look at it here in slow-mo. Look at where he gets into the lazy boy part of that early in the rotation on the backflip, Micah.
Watch him shift. He starts going sideways just a little bit. That back tire's carrying away.
That's that wind we were talking about
There's
earlier.
nothing they can do. Once you're off that lip, you're in for the ride. You can't slow down. You can't go faster. You can put your arms out and hope it does something, but...
That angle shows it really good right there. You can see
Yeah.
how the back end is starting to swab out to the left there. Rider's left as he's coming in.
Yeah.
And you see, like, watch that back tire. Both tires actually bounced off the landing. That back tire got a little wonky coming down. So he's going to give it a go again. Gets a 79.80 for the first go-round. You get 2 attempts. Adam Jones waved off his second attempt. So Bilko is going to go for jump number 2. And word is that we are going to get a 360 here.
If he 360s this ramp, it is the most manly thing I've seen in a long time. When you're 60 feet above that landing, it gets extremely small, and you can drift. There's no 360 motorcycles. Blake's done it about the best out of anybody. I'm going to go for bananas if he does this.
You're making a 225-pound machine 360 into the wind.
Get it. Oh,
And
my goodness.
Hangs onto that one, so Bilko has a lazy boy flip and a 360 in the mix here. Our second rider in out of 7 here.
Dude, there's so much there. The ramp is only maybe 2.5 feet wide, so you have to spin off the lip with a motorcycle. That's a 300-pound machine, and if you get off access once you're off the lip, you're done. As you can see, he kind of slowed it down by pushing his arms out, but that was a really amazing trick, and that's a lot of progression for that man. I am stoked for him.
So here, 2 riders in. Adam Jones sits in that top spot right now with an 82.12. Bilko just under 80 with his first attempt as we take another look at it and await the score here.
Just insane how he throws himself over the shoulder, spots the landing. You can see he's fighting it the whole way. That is not a normal trick for a motorcycle to go off axis. They stay very linear. As you can see, that's definitely a 3.
Take a look at it. Flat spins that one out. And again, I have to keep telling this story. It is really, really windy out here.
Yeah.
And he just slung that thing out into the wind and made that thing go around a full 360-degree rotation.
And I know what people are thinking. Why wouldn't you do this event indoor? There is not an arena big enough for either of these 2 ramps to do this indoor.
Yeah, with that kind of a 14-foot lip and the way it pitches up the sky, you run the risk of hitting jumbotrons.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a 58.5 for that second run score. And it's the better of your 2 runs to count. The best possible run score you can get out here is 100 points as we get set to unleash Australia's Pat Bowden.
Pat Bowden his way. This man puts more time on these big ramps when he has the opportunity of cycling. Oh, all right.
So extension was really, really big there. He held on to that for a long time. He had the height, which allowed him to hang that one out and just stall out there around into the rotation.
Yeah, and it was perfectly executed. Again, like you said, the judges are nitpicking. That is absolutely the name of the game. With this DOD format, you have to, because you kind of take like a quarter of the judges' jobs away, but then on top of it, you've actually had to give them more work, because they have to analyze things they wouldn't look at otherwise.
You're focusing on the minutia at this point, and they don't want to see any slip-ups whatsoever, and I mean, that's picture perfect from that angle.
Now, you have an amazing skateboard background for years and years. Tell me the difference of that trick than the other one.
Than what we saw out of Adam Jones. Going back to what I said earlier, he holds onto it a little longer. Watch, the arms are out a little more up. That's the difference between a cliffhanger and a Christ here. But he's perfectly extended. But I say the key right here is going to be how long did he hold himself in that position. Adam got his back completely straight, got into it perfectly, but he was only there for like a 1/10 of a second. It got back to the bike. Pat held onto it a little bit longer, so I'm going to walk the plank and see if this one's going to be higher. And it is an 88.63, but Pat is not happy with that, so he's going to go back and take his second run.
All right, I heard they tell me same trick. I'm interested to see as he approaches the baby ramp.
So, very similar to the first one.
Yeah.
The only thing, we'll have to see the camera angle here. I'm wondering, the back end kind of came around a little bit, going back to the tale we've been telling about the wind out here. We'll we'll have to see what we get on the replay angles right here. But electing to go with the same trick twice. It's got him in the lead as of right now.
Look how elegant that gets. That's just incredible. Like a perfect diver in the Olympics. Look at it, just, and perfect.
I think he got a little bit higher this go around. And look, the back end, the bike didn't swab out to the left right there, and dare I say he held that just a skosh longer this time around. He's already got an 88.63. However, we still have 4 other guys left to go in this best trick competition out here. So he does. He bumps it up a little bit higher right there, knocking on the door of the 90s. Remember, he got 2nd place in 2016. He got 3rd last year.
It's amazing.
Forget the plastic number plate. I'm just going to make this thing and rattle can it. But here we go, his first of 2 attempts.
It's going to be memorable. Oh, my goodness.
And see, he got the bounce house right there, but he hangs on. You're rolling the dice right there. That thing can easily just pitch you off the bike, throw you over the bars. He calls that the backflip triple Indy tsunami, by the way.
There was a lot of spastic movements going on while that man was upside down.
It's just, he does it his own way, man. He just goes out there and likes to send it.
So there's Indy, there's 3 of the triple Indy, there's 3 kicks of the scissor Indy. What, 1, 2, 3?
That is trying to kick away the mosquitoes right there.
Looks like he's swimming.
That's his triple Indy flip through KOD flip. He calls it the backflip tsunami triple Indy. Will the second one be the better of the 2?
Kick, 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 and flip. Perfect. So awesome.
Did you see at the end of that one, after he did the triple Indy, he kind of got himself straightened out and got the body sort of lined up and then got back on the bike. He just did the Elvis kick right there. You see that?
Everything from this man's outfit to his motorcycle to his trick choice
To his number plate.
needs to be studied. Absolutely studied.
If he was fired up or mad at the end there with the old goggle smash on the ground there. Hard to tell. He's a very passionate man. I've met him before at a couple of Red Bull X Fighters events, and he's a character. He loves to ride. Look at his legs. I think the extension was a little bit better walking that plank.
That was
on
way
run
better.
2.
That was way better than the first one. Look at Travis.
What do you think, Travis? Do you think Travis is saying, hey, good job? Or do you think he's in there instigating right now, telling these guys, like, hey, next time, what if you did this?
I want to interview Bilko just on a triple Indy conversation alone. Can you imagine? That is awesome.
All right, so Pat Bowden sits in the lead with an 89.72. Christian Mayer with an 80.38 the first attempt. What will the second attempt score?
He was so
Show that thing who's boss?
100%. Again, it's action sports mentality. You're going to get bucked off that horse. You better get back on it, or it's a long day. Here we go.
Josh Sheehan going in for attempt number 2. Can he make it happen this second go-around?
Flip, KOD, flip.
And there you go! He dabbed a foot. However, he puts it down. You can do that. That'll be, I believe, dabbing 1 foot. If I'm not mistaken, let me go through the rules here real quick. I believe that's a half-point deduction.
Yep.
It is. 1 hand or 1 foot down is a half-point deduction. However, that was a monster of a trick. That's 2 times around, and you're doing the KOD, which stands for Kiss of Death. You're vertical, and you're leaning forward. You're putting your face into the front fender right there. How about that for redemption, Mike?
Just personal achievement alone. You don't need to give this man a medal. He already is going to have the greatest night of his life. Look at this replay. Absolutely cranking off the lip, right? Sky ground. Kick your legs off. Sky ground again as it comes back. Put them both down. I mean, you drag a foot, but
watch
come on,
how
man.
sideways he gets. Look at where his legs are in that first rotation. Are you kidding me?
He's almost doing a 3 in that thing. 3 front flip, double flip. It's all sorts of
He's got
madness.
360s in his arsenal as well.
Look at that
He
execution.
kind of tsunami that one over. The heels get way over the back of the helmet there.
Look at that back wheel just panic revving. Please come
Fighting
around. Please
that
come
thing.
around. Please come around.
Well, it went too far around the last go around, and it looked like he was thinking, oh, is it going to come up too short? Had to dab that foot. Not a problem. However, like I said, it's only a half-point deduction. Remember, our judges are solely judging on execution. There is a degree of difficulty score for each one of these tricks that has already been assessed, and redemption for that man right there.
I'm not sure he spotted that landing as much as it just came out and smacked him out of the air. That was insane. Yeah.
All
he
it takes, put the
celebrated.
goggles back on, get a fresh shirt. I'm going to go out and do it again, guys.
Man, yeah, he didn't know. I'm telling you, that was just a man flying through the air, letting muscle memory take over.
And an 82.77 the first go around, waiting for the run number 2 scores. Dare I say it, a little more people in attendance out here than what we saw in 2018. Again, as we said before, they're going to get their runs consecutively. They'll go once, they'll come back, they'll restart, and then take their second attempt. But here we go. This is Blake Bilko Williams from Australia up first.
That is the moon booter, and that is a big trick. He has a lot of time doing backflip, and it's a lazy boy is what they call it, throwing those legs forward, putting those hands all the way up. Yeah, I mean, he does that trick on 75 feet day in, day out, but you're putting in a different projection. You're taking it to this moon booter, which only exists within this Nitro Circus compound. It just puts you in a whole new trajectory of up instead of out, which is really puts different speeds and different spins, which is where the risk is.
Taking another look at it right here. Look as he takes off from the lip. It's very poppy, and it pops you straight up into the sky right there. So it's more of up rather than traversing out. But he makes this one look super easy as he lays back into the seat.
Man, look how sideways he got. I mean, look at the wind. No one's talked about the wind at all. Not one of these riders. I think it's maybe one of those elephant in the room kind of things.
I was going to say, it's like Fight Club. You don't talk about it.
Right.
The minute you bring it up, it's going to kick up. There you go. Learn something new every day. So here we go. Round number 2. He's got the lazy boy flip in the books. What is he capping off with here? Jump number 2.
See variation. It's going to be a cliffhanger flip. Look how long.
The no-hander lander was kind of a last-minute addition to that.
We kind of talked about in his head, put his hands back on. Do you think he then said, don't put your hands back on?
Who knows? He probably thought, you know what, I need a little bit more than this. I've got a little hang time. That's what happens with the moon booter. You got all this time up in the air. And Bilko doing what he does best, having a little fun right here and putting on a show for the fans.
Yeah. He loves breaking the rules. That is his favorite hobby.
By the way, on this trick, he was the first ever to land a cliffhanger flip to dirt.
Yeah, I mean, if that says anything about it. Imagine hooking your tippy toes to your handlebars, throwing your hands over your head, blind landing for the majority of it. But look how long he has to think about this. That's where the danger comes in. When you think too much in this sport, you react, and those reactions usually are not good. He had to wait till the last minute to take those hands off, take the brunt of the impact. That's taking a car crash.
I don't know if he had to wait to the last minute or he just decided at the last minute. I mean, watch how scary this is. It's hard to tell from this angle, but watch where he takes these hands off.
Yeah, right at the end.
That's not where you want to take the hands off if you're going to try to go into a no-hander lander. That is no right side up or they're upside down. There's never anything tentative about it, and he really works hard at that. That's one of the things that he trains on, is making sure that he gets the max extension.
Him being his own worst critic has done great things for his career. Let's see what he does. Oh my goodness! That is a dead body. I mean, to have that kind of trust in your shoulder. I mean, you saw Blake before his run literally trying to work his shoulder in to keep it in place. Adam Jones just couldn't have done more of a yoga move, like 70 feet into the air.
That's just one of those things too, when you get your feet over the bars and just watch where he puts his body into position on this. I mean, he's completely parallel over the bike right. I guess at that point, then the backflip, you're under the bike for all intents and purposes, but I mean, it doesn't get any better looking than that when it comes to a dead body flip.
I mean, that is as textbook as it could possibly be. And Adam, the problem with Adam's riding, he makes it look too good. But realize, it's supposed to look easy. It's supposed to look smooth. That extension and that background should be everybody's Christmas card this year. But nonetheless, how amazing was that trick? I mean,
well, you talked about the shoulder being an issue. Watch his back on this one. He over-arched. That's a great look at it right there from that head-on angle. That's giving me lower lumbar pain right now just watching him come out of this.
That's as good as that trick can be done. There's not a better background or more extension or better logo placements that could be done than what he just did.
He might need one of those DMD bath bombs after that one for the lower back pain. He'll get an 81 flat to start that one off. So
you'll be the first to say this ramp scares him, because he's later on in his career. He's in his mind he should be retiring, but he's still placing at podiums. He's still getting invited to these big things, and he's still progressing, which is why he's on the motorcycle, which is why we get gifts like this.
Underpowered for attempt number 2 for Adam Jones.
Whoa, double grab! Oh, did he almost loop out? Adam Jones taking breaths away today.
And again, so much extension on that one. You watch when he grabs the cutouts right there. Watch how he just kind of throws those legs straight back and just arches his lower back to just get max hold on that trick.
Can your feet be further away from your feet pegs? So there's these seat cutouts. You can't go to your local sportsmanship dealer and get a motorcycle with those seat holes. You got to be good at this to have them. And you can see he puts his trust in a little bit of grip tape and those fox gloves, and he puts those feet as far behind him as he can. Again, like you said in the intro, Adam's going to give you extension. Adam's going to give you some of the biggest tricks you are ever going to see, and that's day in, day out in his sleep. He works harder than anybody else. Like I said, he does not like this ramp. He does not enjoy riding it. I mean, I can't say he doesn't enjoy it, but to watch him progress and to watch him do that big of tricks is astounding. With the fear.
He's got the extension, but another thing too is he holds it. Once he gets into the peak of the trick, he'll hold it for the max amount of time possible until he has to pull himself back onto the bike and make that rest of the rotation come all the way around. So he'll end up sticking with that first run score. So the judges are saying, hey, we like the dead body flip a lot better with an 81 flat. He is going to start this trick, whatever it's about to be, because we have no idea.
I love it.
He's going to stand on the back of the seat. Sometimes we'll see these guys stand on the side of the seat. Do we call it jet ski takeoff? What is Davey Johnson bringing to the party here at the Utah Motorsports campus? Oh!
Sam the Decade! See, Sam Decade! That was cool! What kind of crazy circus mechanism does he have on that motorcycle?
How did that just happen?
That was cool. Shout out to Ruel Erickson, right?
That's exactly who I was thinking of in my mind when I saw that.
How cool is that?
First time I ever saw that kid do that over a BMX dirt jump on a bike.
Do you remember when Travis had it at the X Games and he tried that backflip?
He tried to bar spin that thing and it all just came apart. How? What sort of apparatus is going on to? You're not supposed to be able to rotate your bars all the way around like that on a dirt bike, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of detangler can you make the mechanism work with brake fluid? How?
Watch where he takes off right here.
What on earth is going on here?
We call that a decade in the BMX world right there, when you're swinging yourself around the head tube of your BMX bike, but I don't know what the moto guys are going to want to call it. Either way, call it made, courtesy of the Lone Star State's Davey Johnson.
I love it. Put it in the top 10. That is an amazing,
look at that angle.
Amazing trick.
Ooh, he was a little rider. The back end was swabbing out to the right on that one.
I don't. Can you turn with that? Can I ride that motorcycle? Hello? Can a producer get me on that?
I'm gonna have to go down there and go take a good look at that thing. I saw him in the pits yesterday, and I didn't go take a look at his bike. But I'm gonna have to go eyeball that thing right now and find out how the mechanics of that all works. I didn't even think about that until after he made it. I was like, oh yeah, oh wait a minute, your bars aren't supposed to turn.
Maybe we should make more rules. Maybe we should make more inspection. No, absolutely not.
And he went into the history books that night, got himself a win. He needs to beat a top score right now of an 88.33 being held on to by Davey Johnson.
Oh boy, there's the ride of a lifetime. Front flipping on the moon booter, throwing a variation. We call it the heel clicker. Duffy, I mean, he's an ex-motocross racer. I mean, you put in the time doing, do you know how hard it is to be even a semi-professional motocross racer? You could be the best freestyler in the world, which is kind of proven.
So watch so heel clicker, and then it's almost like he's trying to kick back a little bit because he doesn't put the feet right back on, almost like he wants to go into a Superman.
Yeah, and I don't see any flip levers, so that makes it about 40 times harder to actually get yourself around. As you can see, that's all upper body. Yeah, there's no flip levers there. That is all, he's using his face to get that motorcycle around. That's a creative way to get it done, but the alternative.
Oh, did you see that left foot? Watch that left toe and the left boot.
Yeah,
you won't see it from that angle, but it's fallen off that peg. It's barely hanging on.
And that's what happened on the world distance record jump. We broke an ankle. You can ride away and still break your ankle. Like, those boots are some of the strongest in the business, and still, you're only human, man. Look at that. We describe that color as bald eagle, in case you're wondering.
It's very patriotic. So 86 flat for him. He's going to take another run right here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a monstrosity of a human being. Works out all the time, takes great care of himself. So when he bounces off the ground and he gets in these crazy situations, he walks away from it unscathed. He was one of the first guys I ever saw do a double backflip and bounce. Again, like it was nothing. And speaking of double backflips.
Yes! What on earth? He's the only person to have ever done a triple backflip. The battle he had at X Games 2 weeks ago was memorable, to say the least. He definitely has a vendetta here, where he did a crazy trick last year and whatever. But this man is hungry. This man wants to win. And the height of this trick has claimed careers. This trick has taken a catastrophe on people, and he has the audacity to take his hands off at that height, spot his landing. Can you name a better big air rider than Josh Sheehan?
It's crazy. He gets into that first rotation. He's still coming all the way around for it. Hands are off. He extends it, hangs onto it, gets back to the bars, and then yanks for that second rotation. But it doesn't even look like he's working hard for it. It's just easy for him right there. And the landing was just super, super smooth.
Oh, is that good? Again,
I mean, you would think at that point, once your hands are back on the bars, you're yanking for everything that you've got, trying to get that second rotation around. But no, that was just
casual.
Butter.
Is the word. Casual. Like it's just strolling down to get a smoothie. Right?
For him, that would almost be like, okay, I got that one out of the way. Now I'm ready to do what I really want to do. And last year's champion, Mr. Pat Bowden. By the way, Josh Sheehan, I've said he finished third last year. I have to correct myself. It was second.
Pat's only got big tricks. His trick repertoire is gigantic only. And front flip Christ air. Yo! that was a thing of beauty.
It got a little scary there. I was like, you get too much pop, and then it throws you a little too far forward on that front flip rotation.
Yeah.
But he made short work of that one there.
Lots of weight, Playboy. You just made some moves.
His Nitro World Games FMX best trick career has been nothing but podiums. In 2016, it was a second place. In 2017, it was a third place, and then he stepped it up last year and walked out of here with the big win. Look at this, everybody.
I mean, you snap your neck back, it doesn't get any better than that. He loses line of sight, which means he makes the variation. More important than the spin, which is something the judges absolutely want to see. So he snaps off that lip, right? Takes his heels, cranks it back to watch his head. That's all the difference. The fact he can get 100% for that 90-degree up and down aerial. I mean, there was no lack of extension. I mean, last year he tweaked his body just a hair more on the other end of that trick, but that might be enough, to be honest, to take it away. That is such a unique trick. He couldn't have executed it truly much better. I mean, he has a second go. I don't know if he needs it, but yeah, this guy just eats Nitro World Games trophies.
And I don't know that he's going to have to take a second run right there, because looking at the scoring monitor over here, he's got a 96. We're into the 90s. He doesn't have to even take this second run. He's won this thing yet again. Last man to ride. You get 2 attempts, but why take? I thought he was going to go.
Like, what is Adam Jones going to do? The guy has an awesome arsenal of right side up tricks, and he can also throw those into flip combos.
USA.
Never count
USA.
this guy out. He always throws surprises at us. It's Adam Jones out of Reno, Nevada, starting us off here in FMX Best Trick.
Probably one of your best all-around riders, but here we go. Adam Jones hitting the ramp. I don't even know what he's going to do. Oh, look at that. Dead body, backflip, absolutely awesome. Great extension. He's stoked. And to be fair, like, he is pretty consistent on all of his tricks. He knows he's got full extension. He knows he's got a pretty high score. He's going to get all the perfection scores. You know, here he goes warming up on the other jump. But basically, this was a trick because he's looking down the list going, I don't know if anyone else is going to land tonight.
Play the safety card right there. And again, he's got other variations he can do. So again, if you're going to go for 2 attempts out here, you go 1 and then you go with your second attempt right there. So he's lining up for attempt number 2 here. Let's see if we get a replay of the first shot.
But
right
I mean,
there.
this is a moon booter. This is, you got to see this to even believe it. This ramp is so tall. They're going so high. And look at the extension, just holding it there. You know, for 38 years old, I tell you what, he gets his knees through there. Absolutely awesome. He's playing up the crowd. Look at that extension. I mean, that is beautiful. And that is about 55 feet off of the ground. In case you fears for reference, that's 5.5 stories up. Yeah.
Puts that one through textbook right there. And he'll also, I mean, he's so dialed with that trick right there. I've actually seen him do that in shows time and time again right there. The judges are working off of a 100-point scale here tonight, just like they did in FMX. So Adam Jones is under power for attempt number 2.
There we go, cliffhanger backflip. And you know, Pat Bowden with the DOD, so they changed the format a little bit this year, but if you execute a trick that's not quite as difficult to its fullest extension, you can still score pretty high. You know, it's not gonna score higher than anyone riding away, doesn't matter how poorly with some of the other tricks, but his perfection is there. He's gonna go as high as can. I mean, he's in the 80s. This is a solid score, and yeah, not trying to underplay this. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, but the other stuff on this list is just, it's not even in video games.
But that's the other thing too, is what you were talking about, the strategy card right there. If people aren't able to land their tricks and you get out there and you do 2 things to the level of what we just saw Adam do right there, so that could be enough to put you on the podium right there.
It could be enough to win. Frankly, I'm looking down these. Okay,
I'm nervous too, I get it.
These guys have never been gone to this landing before. So, I mean, this is awesome. I'm so stoked for Adam. He's riding the best I've ever seen him ride. He's crushing it. You know, he's the only American in the field today, which is such a big power swing.
He's probably going to laugh at me when I make this reference, but he's like a fine wine, Travis. He gets better with age.
He does. No, but the power swing has gone Aussie. I mean, these guys, I don't know what's in the water over here, but they're all completely crazy. And it's been awesome. So AJ throwing down one heck of a perfect run.
82.66, so he betters that on jump number 2, so he jumps up by a full point right there. Adam Jones, you're having a great night, sir.
Now the judging has been changed a little bit. Chuck Carruthers, your overall head judge, has the right to change to basically whatever he sees, and I think you're going to see a double flip kiss of death coming out of Josh Sheehan. We'll see if I'm right here.
Okay. Okay, here we go. He's underpowered here for his first attempt.
Oh, no, sorry. Double flip, no-hander. Okay, when you do a double backflip and you take your hands off, the centrifugal force is so strong that you actually have to wrap he's hooking his feet underneath the shift lever right there. I haven't seen anyone do a double backflip no-hander without the bike going away from him, and he gets so much extension. That is one of the most difficult tricks you'll ever find.
He threw one of those out in the FMX comp, and he was almost like Jacko called it. It was almost like he was standing up. I mean, look how long he keeps the hands off the bars, and you still have to put them back on and yank for the rest of that rotation.
My gosh, and if your bars go sideways at all, they almost lock the bars completely straight, but if they go sideways, it ejects you completely off. The bike starts spinning. The centrifugal force, or basically the rotation force of the front tire, if the bars go sideways, it's like instantly ejection. So for that to do that well is pretty impressive. And it's a super technical trick for Josh.
So Josh is going to check in with an 86.33 right there on the double backflip no-hander. So again, with their 2 attempts, they line up, hit one. If they want to take a second run, they can come back and do that. They come consecutively, so Josh is lining up to take hit number 2. Do we see another double backflip combo here, Chad? Possibly a 360 combo.
Double backflip. It was even better than the first time. I think what he was thinking is that the double backflip no-hander is so much more technical than the double backflip. He's already done that. So to do this better than anyone else in the world, to hold your hands off longer, this is a really smart move by Josh, and it's actually... there we go. We got the Bilko in the house.
I was going to say, the Bilko worm is back. He's 3 for 3 on those out here tonight. But again, what a great night he's having. And, I mean, the fans absolutely loved him. When he got out there and the way he was just playing to the crowd there in between each one of his 7 hits there in the freestyle comp.
Look how long he holds his hands off. And then you see him jump back on that throttle, speed up the rotation again. It's absolutely amazing how controlled he is with a double backflip. The amount of force that he's putting on his toes to basically hold himself to that motorcycle is pretty amazing.
It's insane I mean, I've seen him do this time and time again for quite a while.
I haven't seen him do it that big.
It's just amazing how easy it looks. I mean, he just makes it look so effortless right there. So it's going to be 3/10 of a point higher right there, 86.33. The first go around, he gets an 86.66.
I would love to see him ride out of this. I don't think it would be a world's first. It'd be a world's first in competition, but I tell you what, Top Dog is ready to rock, and he nailed it in the rain. If he can do it then, I know he can do it right now.
I mean, that's got to be a confidence builder in itself right there, to get out there and do this in the rain and make it happen. But can he make it happen here when the judges are watching? Here we go. Scott Fitzgerald, first attempt.
Superman C. Oh, he's under. Yeah,
oh,
he got
it out. Yes.
That was awesome. Top Dog, absolutely amazing. It's just so cool to see this guy. I mean, you have no idea how tough it is. You can do it to a foam pit, you can do it to an airbag, you can do it to whatever, but when you're out here in front of, 20,000 people, live TV, you get no warm-up. You can't warm up on that jump, you just got to go for it.
Especially it's the last event of the night, and you've been sitting here all day long, and these guys haven't had any practice since way earlier in the day. And I mean, I thought that was going to go south.
Yeah,
I didn't think he
was a little under on the takeoff. He does not get the pop. He gets great extension, pulls it in, and tucks it right there at the end. Almost goes over the bars. Now, do you think he's going to go for a second one and try to do it better? Do you think he's going to go home and just be happy he's alive on this one?
I don't know.
Look at that extension. Yeah, Top Dog.
Watch the chest. He gets slammed into the bar pad right there, and then just looks around like, yeah, I'm good. I made it.
Hey, I'm going to say that was about as good as it could go. It was an amazing extension. He rode out of it. Oh, great job, man. That's amazing to come into an environment like this and be able to pull it off. That's the first time he's hit that ramp to a landing. That's really impressive.
Is he going back into athlete staging or no? It looks like I'm going to walk the plank here, Chad. He might be lining up for another attempt.
Yep, 89.33. That is a solid score. He's going with the Levi ramp, the next generation ramp. It looks like he's coming at it right now.
He's not wasting any time. He's going right at it for first hit right there.
Yep. Body varial, really clean. I can't believe he makes that look like that's something that we've tried to do for so many years, and there's very few people that are doing it.
It's another day in the office on the body varial there for Clinton Moore. And now what?
No, he's still got the Bundy. So I've seen a body varial. I think he might have been looking for a heel clicker after that, or another variation of that trick.
That's what I was going to ask. Combo out of that possibly.
Man, maybe he's warming up. Okay, don't be wrong. This is one of the most difficult tricks you'll ever see done. But to back out of FMX, I know he's got something that he's thinking. No one else in the world does a Bundy, I think this could be a warm-up trick for that. I think it also could be a warm-up for adding another trick. Maybe get that foundation down in the first one. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go for another second run here.
It was also interesting to me how quickly he went after it. Like, he didn't waste any time. He didn't stop and reset. He just came around, went under the caution tape, and just went full power to go into that. So here for attempt number 2 here. Second final jump for Clinton Moore.
Bundy! Get it! Almost loops out of the landing. That is absolutely amazing. Only one in the world really pulling that off. And doesn't just do it. That was a one-handed Superman, basically. Halfway through the Bundy, that varial that he does, he is just hanging on by like his fingertips. Absolutely amazing. A lot of strength. Solid run. That is definitely the most technical any kind of body varial you can do. He's known for the varials. Very, very impressive run there.
We actually didn't get a score for that first attempt, so we'll have to see how both of these jumps score once we get through these replays.
Watch this right here. He is just up in the air, almost doesn't get his hand back there, gets his feet back on. That is, the extension on that was bigger than I've ever seen. And look at that goon ride wheelie out of it.
Yeah, where that left hand is.
Look at this, right here. He is just, he even went for a boot
bars. See the bars move on that too?
That was the most stylish body varial I have ever seen. Look, he's Indian air, he's boot grab, he's doing the executioner while he's up there, and then he misses his hand on the way. How does he get back on this?
Just last second with that left hand right there.
And then the Ronnie Mac out of it. Good work. Good work, Clinton. That is awesome. 86.33 on his second run. Here we go.
All right. You can hear everybody.
Come on, everyone on your feet. Let's go, J.O. Come on.
In the stadium.
Here we go. He's got good. Takeoff looks good. It looks good.
2, 3.
He's got it! First try. Are you kidding me? Triple backflip. Triple freaking backflip. Oh, perfect. First time around. He just did the impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, he stuck it. First time ever off that ramp. The ramp proved it perfect. The setup was perfect. He overcame the nerves. 7 G's of impact, landed exactly where he needed to land. This roof is about to come down.
He can't even get up on top of that thing fast enough right now. I can't even imagine what was going through their minds prior to that.
Look how steep this landing is. You drop out of the sky vertically. Take a bow, J.O. Man,
look at his eyes right now, Travis.
I can't even imagine what he's going through, and I'm thinking about this right now. What is Harry going through? I'm sorry not to jump ahead, but...
Listen, I mean, like we were talking right before J.O. went, I mean, he was gearing up, and they took his helmet off, and he was walking around like, perfect.
J.O., I'm proud of you, buddy.
Picture perfect.
Oh, that could not have gone better. Look at this. All the nerves, fighting off the G-force, fighting off everything. Snaps, absolutely perfect. Doesn't spot the landing. Doesn't spot the landing again. Exactly where he knew it was. The ramp set up perfect. The landing was, I think he surprised himself on that landing. He almost forgot how to ride for a second. It was like Chad Lee on his first backflip. J.O. Archer, the perfect snap.
Look at the composure in the rotation there.
I would have never, I am so happy for him. I'm so proud of him. There's 3 years to get those 3 flips around. Everything came together on a perfect night. The crowd stayed till Monday, and look at this. Look at him pull in everything that he has. Oh, he stopped it. That was perfect. It's perfect.
And look at you. I mean, look at the drift right there. He's drifting from rider's left to rider's right. And I mean, you can see the reaction. I mean, you can see it through the goggles right there.
Look at the ramp. Look at the riders.
Out of his head.
This is the coolest part about action sports is that everyone, top dog right there. I mean,
Here we go. He's under power with the second time being a charm.
Looks good, looks good, looks good.
Twice.
Perfect. Hell yeah, Harry.
We've seen it not once but twice out here tonight. Are you kidding me?
That was good. That landing was perfect. Did we just see a triple? Well, we saw triple backflip was going to lose this event. Which one is going to win? Does it matter if you did it first? Does it matter if you crashed on the first one? That landing was perfect. His takeoff was perfect. He was not sideways. Neither one of these athletes honestly care if they win this competition.
Not at all. I can't even process the emotion that both of them are going through right now, knowing that they've done it and it's over. I mean, the pressure going into this, and going back to what we said earlier, I mean, they haven't been able to ride at all, not even practice jumps at all, for about 6 hours now.
No amount of money is worth what they just did. No amount of fame or glory. These boys did it because they love what they do. They push the envelope. They figured out a way. I've been telling these guys from day one, do not come into these triple, do not do it in competition. And they both said they could, and they proved themselves right and me wrong. They are the man.
I mean, and with bent handlebars. I mean,
Look how bent that is. Look how straight he's going.
perfect.
Could not be any better. If that's not 100, if that is not a perfect 100, I'm walking out.
Somebody's getting a strongly worded letter from Travis if that's not 100 in the judges booth. Oh my God, I can't believe you've seen it twice tonight.
I'm so relieved.
Twice.
I'm so proud of these guys. I'm so proud. Look at the track crew. Look at the riders. Look at the fans. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all the support. Look at that bike was already overheating when he took off because he took the radiator off the thing.
Just, he can't believe it either.
It was perfect. It was perfect form. It was perfect execution. It was, I mean, that he landed that triple like he was landing a single flip on like his first ever try. This was absolutely unbelievable. Look, you got the BMXers, you got our Willie, you got the scooter riders. This was the greatest day, greatest single half hour in action sports history. I'm just proud to be in some way, shape, or form just here, to be a part of this, see where Nitro World Games has come.
Wow.
Thank you, boys.